Hi guys, you're welcome to another amazing episode of Let's Talk Africa. I'm Sherry.
I'm Samuel.
I'm Miriam.
And you're watching
Let's Talk
Africa. So, going straight into the topic for today. How many of us have heard about this crisis that's been going on in South Africa? It's tagged xenophobia, right? Yeah. So, it's a situation from the definition of the word xenophobia, because I'm sure a lot of people, from the clips we've been seeing from the vox pops and all of that, some people do not understand what xenophobia is all about. So I'm going to give a brief introduction of what I believe xenophobia is.
Okay.
It's defined as the fear of foreigners. Yeah, when people in a particular country or a particular ethnic group of people feel threatened or afraid of allowing others in, people they feel are foreigners, so that there is no change in their culture or custom. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense why South Africans are killing other countries.
I mean, South Africa is in their country. They have their own culture, and then people coming into their country, they feel like South Africans are scared that these people are going to take away their culture. They're taking their businesses.
To be honest, I don't think that's the reason why they killed Nigerians. Because I was hearing it's because Nigerians are taking their jobs.
Yeah.
Nigerians are taking their women. I don't know how that doesn't translate to me as the meaning of xenophobia, like you just said now.
History shows it that South Africa as a country has been known to have this fear from time past. It goes as far back as 1994, where they felt threatened by people from Somalia and other minor, I won't call them minor, sorry, other African countries. They felt like, okay, we fought so hard to get our independence. You know, history has it that South Africa fought the strongest to actually get independence, and then they feel like now we've gotten our lands back, and then we are at the verge of losing it to other African countries.
I understand that as a person. Like, okay, if someone came to my house and I didn't like the fact that you clean the toilet a particular way that I don't like, I would actually say something. But killing them, that's too much. Why couldn't you just say leave?
Well, apparently there's been, I don't know how true this is, but from like I think there was an attack in 2016 as well, and apparently they did say other countries, especially Nigeria, should leave their country. Now that's not justifying killing people just because they're in your country. Because let's not forget, people coming into your country, they're not just there to steal your money. They're actually enriching the economy.
And they come with their own capital,
they're working, they're paying taxes, they're making your country better. It's attracting foreigners to come to your country and invest. So they're making your country better.
But they felt like, you know, there were a lot of South Africans that were unemployed, and then there were a lot of foreigners that were employed.
Well, if I have an hospital, I need a doctor, I need a nurse, I need so many people that can work there. And I feel like you're a Nigerian, but you're a doctor. Just because you're a South African and you don't qualify,
I'm a plumber. Come on, I'm a South African. You should employ me.
Why would I employ? Like, I'm just.
I could plumb their hands.
I feel like
and make them feel better.
All this, you're from here, you're from there. What do you have? What you bring to the table is all that matters. It doesn't matter where you come from. It's about the skin color. It's basically a very stupid version of racism.
Yeah.
Only we're just killing ourselves.
However, you know, Nigerians were not taking this lightly, and we decided to attack places we felt would hit South Africa. First of all, went to ShopRite in Lagos, stoning, trying to destroy. We brought it to Abuja as well. We attacked a couple of ShopRites here as well. We decided to attack MTN. What do you think about that?
I feel like the people that did these things was to send a message back home. As South Africans,
what message?
You're not comfortable with having from what I read, it shows that about 60 businesses in a particular area was destroyed. A man recorded a loss of about 60 million naira from his business, and then it looks like South Africans do not want others to thrive in their community. Okay, you're not allowing other African nationals to have a successful business, to tap into the market. of your country. So you shouldn't keep your market elsewhere too.
For you people are forgetting that ShopRite and MTN are owned by actual Nigerians here. You just went and robbed your fellow Nigerian.
You have a root in South Africa.
What roots?
I don't think it actually makes. If Nigerians were to do something, I think they should go to South African embassy
Thank you.
or shut down some shops, not destroy.
Some people actually went with Keke and they were looting.
This is
And
not
that was
taking-
their own way
this is
of.
not taking
that
any
was just
stand.
hungry.
I feel-
They were just hungry.
Exactly. That's just being silly. Like, okay, they've killed your brothers and sisters in South Africa.
Yeah.
And you feel like this business
100 naira bread is
serving Nigerians, making money for people. Nigerians are working there, using the money to feed their family. You feel like destroying that business is helping the people that are already dead. In what form?
It might not necessarily be helping the people that are dead. I think it's to make, like I would say, make the South African people realize that if you are, I'm sorry that I think I have to apologize to the Nigerian people that their businesses got affected because apparently they took the wrong step. It wasn't a wrong step initially to actually get involved with the franchise from South Africa. It was a partnership that brought in a lot of good to Nigeria as well. But this has happened. We are trying to break into a market in South Africa and that is not going so well for us, costing us lives and loss of businesses. You know what? You don't want us to grow our markets in your country. We can offer you our services too. I think that was the initial notion of doing that. They didn't go to the South African embassy, which should have been the first step. I think they were just they were just following the steps of the South Africans. They didn't think to go to the Nigerian embassy. They just went straight and then started destroying businesses, killing people. I think in Nigeria, we can't tell the clear difference because we've not drawn that margin yet between other nationals and Nigerians. And we've infused in so much. The only difference you can tell is when you see a white man and a black person, okay, you can feel, oh, this person is not a Nigerian. That's the only way you can tell the difference. So apart from that, we can't just say, oh, are you a South African? No, you're not. Okay, you're not a Nigerian, let's kill you. They couldn't go for that. But the known businesses which are owned by Nigerians but have affiliations with South Africa were attacked because they have this affiliation in order to deny them our market. That was
Our markets. I still don't understand our market.
the market is ShopRite, right? MTN. They are owned by people or a person from South Africa, right? And what the person that bought the name, okay, as a franchise or whatever to sell here in Nigeria is actually paying some percentage back to the South African person, right? So if you're not getting that percentage anymore because your market here in Nigeria is not growing, don't you think it's going to affect your business?
But what makes you
Okay.
think that one attack will stop the whole thing from happening?
Already, ShopRite is already, there was a press release the other day. They are already complaining that their patronization in Nigeria has dropped.
Okay.
And that is affecting them too.
Yeah, but that does not really solve anything.
It doesn't solve anything.
So what should be done now? Because if you're saying, okay, businesses and lives are being destroyed in South Africa.
Yes.
Businesses and lives are, okay, I think it was only one person that was shot dead in Nigeria.
And I happen to be a Nigerian.
Exactly. So businesses are being destroyed and a life was lost. Can you see no one is winning here? Like
It's not a
just-
win-win
So
situation.
what do we do
So it's
to
better
move
to be a
on?
lose-lose.
It's not, I won't call it a lose-lose situation because eventually there are people in the country that actually take decisions, and then we have these business tycoons that are known to have a word or two in the decision making of the country. Why? Because they are major contributors to the economy of their country. Let's say, for example, a person that owns MTN or ShopRite, right? Let's say we have these guys losing millions every day, and then if this is going to affect the tax returns they make back to their country, right? Don't you think after a while the country is going to begin to South Africa as a country is going to start feeling this?
I
And then this is
understand.
going to make their government interfere in this because it looks like the South African government is not doing anything to stop this. Okay, other countries in Nigeria, the steps we took was, you know what, deny them our market by reducing the patronage we give them. In other countries, we have, in other South African countries, we have where nationals of South Africa are being repatriated back to their country. This is to tell the government of South Africa that as long as our nationals are not safe in your country, you should be sure that your citizens that are in my country are not going to be offered the same privileges.
Why are Nigerians who are affected, why don't they come back home?
No, just hold on. Before that, you said people that were attacked, other countries, other nationals that were attacked in
Yes.
South Africa, those countries are returning South
Yes.
Africans back to their country.
Yes.
Right. So that means the government
Yes.
took a stand.
Yes.
The government of those countries took a stand.
Yes.
Brought back the people.
So why are we as Nigerian citizens taking a stand, not letting the government do what they should do?
We felt they delayed, so we decided to take matters into
That's
our
what I'm saying.
hands.
So here,
It's
no
not-
one loses.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
no one wins anything. We have the government is there for a reason. They should have to. Okay. Let me say I'm the one that owns ShopRite.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to lose money. I've voted for people to make decisions that cause that. I'm a businessman. I don't care about politics.
Okay.
But I'm losing money because I don't want to get involved in politics, and I voted people to make those decisions. So we should actually wait for the government to do what they need to do. See, there's nothing. I feel like as Nigerian, there's not really anything we can do. Go to ShopRite. Okay, fine. If we destroy the ShopRites in Nigeria, there's other ShopRites in different countries. What if they never stop killing Nigerians in South Africa? What's gonna happen?
I don't know what's going to
We're
happen.
gonna run out of option eventually. So I feel like
It's not only ShopRite in Nigeria that is being affected. Other countries too.
I
The other
understand,
countries,
but I feel
yes,
like
so
this
did
is
the
not
same
a business fault at all. This should be two governments sitting down, talking about this and finding a mutual ground. Like, why are you people killing my people? By the way, it's not all South Africans that are killing Nigerians.
Yeah, it's not.
Apparently, it only happened in one
Part
area.
of South Africa.
So we're not generalizing and saying South Africans are killing Nigeria, but I still feel like the government should have intervened and done something. And we as Nigerians definitely going to ShopRite or wherever, destroying businesses, is not really a smart move.
It's not.
They were saying that Buhari put in place for people to go and bring back affected victims to come back home.
Okay.
Now, how many Nigerians there are willing to leave South Africa and come back home? That's question number one. So people rather die an international death in South Africa
Yeah.
than come back to Nigeria and die of poverty or Fulani hates me.
It's not a win-win for anybody, because you feel like some people have built their lives there. They've had these roots there. Those that have businesses, you can't just ask them to pack up and leave. Okay, and then when you're bringing them back to Nigeria, what structure have you put
do
in
what?
place?
Can't you carry the same business and then bring it back to Nigeria here and try it?
You could.
There are successful business people in Nigeria. There are people that leave their countries. We have a lot of foreigners in Nigeria that thrive here.
Yeah, that's true.
And yet we live here and we go there
Yeah,
and
but
suffer.
let's say I'm in South Africa. For me to have left Nigeria and gone to South Africa and I prospered there, that means something. I've tried the same thing in Nigeria and it clearly didn't work.
That is not always true. You will see
Sometimes.
some people in England that wash plates in McDonald's. You see people that are homeless on the streets. Instead of going home to farm, they rather be in that cold at night
That just has to do
washing
with the
plates.
exchange rate. Right?
Yeah, to Naira. Come on, that's the difference. So I feel those that go all the way to run businesses outside of Nigeria, maybe they feel like they've tried that business here, like he said, and it didn't go out well. And then this is like a new idea in another country where the market has not yet been broken into, and then they go in and take advantage of
let's
it.
look at Nigeria. Let's say I'm a hairdresser.
Okay.
I know how to cut hair. First of all, I have to get a shop, get a generator,
Cost money,
get a fan,
cost
get
money,
AC,
register.
register my business, pay different things before I
Taxes.
can actually start getting customers. The cost of running a business in Nigeria is so high.
Depends on the kind of business you want to run.
What kind of business
I
do
know
you want
so
to
many Babatunde barbing salons that have only one gen, one chair,
But
and
are they
paper.
really making serious profit?
But they are surviving.
I don't want to survive. I
people
want
don't
to
just want to
leave.
go
It's
back.
greed. It's greed.
No, I wouldn't say that
That's why I'm
great.
starting a business. I want to earn more than just going to the office and working for someone. So the cost of actually, and these other countries, first of all, if there's a stable electricity, that means I don't have to worry about petrol
Yeah.
or gen.
So
Yeah.
there's
The cost is that.
There's stable electricity in South Africa.
I believe so.
But
I'm not
it might
sure,
not
but I
really be
think
the
there
electricity,
should
but
be.
there's an environment that allows your business to
Yeah.
thrive there. I feel like South Africans should learn to coexist, because this fear, sometimes when you really want to look at what triggers this xenophobic attacks, it's just people taking advantage of a little situation. They've had this built up anger for a while, and then maybe you just see a taxi guy exchanging words with the passenger, and he's like, oh, this taxi guy is a South African, and you're not from South Africa. Oh, you want? And then they just take advantage of the situation and then blow unnecessarily big the situation. If there's a way we could preach love into their hearts, so they could learn to coexist with people, I don't think there's any nation that can survive on its own. No nation is an island. We need one another to survive. As Africans, we've gone through a lot, from the British to the
South Africans have gone through a lot.
They've gone through worse.
So I would assume they would be the ones that would be all lovey-dovey. Let's help you. Let's
to be
help
honest,
you,
I actually
considering
understand
everything.
why they will be like that. They struggled through the apartheid system. They had basically. Can you imagine a bunch of people coming to your country and telling you what to do and what not to do and taking everything? You have to fight to get it back. And now you feel like you're about to lose the same thing to people.
Oh, they've not gotten all of it back.
Exactly, they're still fighting.
90% of it is
you're about
still...
to lose.
But I feel like
their
fighting is misplaced.
Yes,
White
misplaced
people,
anger.
they didn't attack all the white foreigners.
That
People
owns
are
about
forgetting
90% of their lands there.
We're not even saying the white South Africans, we're saying the Australians, the white Australians that are there are very comfortable driving cars, owning big businesses. We're not talking about roadside though. They have offices with ACs inside. They didn't attack those people. The white people that come from the UK and all of that, they allowed them to be comfortable in their offices. But now they're attacking all this poor Igbo man that is busy selling his
I think they can afford to attack those people because they feel that the government of these places will not attack. They feel like the government of these other African countries will not do anything substantial to them.
I don't feel like they should attack anyone.
If they make an attempt on the lives of those other people, we obviously know how these guys respond to such attacks.
I just feel like the two, wherever countries are involved, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, any countries are involved, I just feel like the government, the leaders of those countries should sit down and
have
actually,
a talk.
put in proper security for the foreigners in your country. Make sure they feel safe in your country, whatever area they're not feeling safe. And before we start saying that, we have Nigerians killing Nigeria in Nigerians, and nothing is being done but to that. So
that's another topic.
Exactly. So I feel like we voted these people to be there for a reason. I don't want to make political decisions. That's why I voted you to be there. And so you should not affect. Nothing should.
Some is so hot from the business aspect of this. It's really like, what if my business?
I'm losing billions. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I feel like the government should sit down. This is actually what you need. If you kill a US citizen in another country, it's not going to be funny. They're not just going to leave you and say, okay, we'll send air peace to come and carry it. No, it's not going to be funny. So I feel like Nigerian government need to actually do something. And we have a general as a president. That's kind of a shame, really.
He used to
he's a retired general.
But once a general is always a general, right?
So,
that's what.
I mean, we have a professor as a vice president.
I don't think English can solve this. Those South Africans do not understand English.
Did they call the ambassador to South Africa and talk to him like, we need you to go speak to your people or else we're kicking you guys out?
No, that we need you to go speak to them. We will fly to South Africa and sit down with the president. He's human. We talk to them.
What if they don't allow him to land?
Why would they not?
What if they bomb him on there? I'm just thinking out loud.
When we are having this problem, there's still a statue in Imo State of Jacob Zuma.
I think we should
put that out there. There's still a statue.
Don't make them go for that. You just show them their next target.
I'm not saying do anything, but
so in old days, what was Nigerian government actually done? Because we're saying, people should not attack anything. We should just wait. What are they doing anything, or what's happening?
Yeah, I feel like the Nigerian government has done a few things. Rather said they were going to do some things. Yeah,
they actually boycotted the African Business Forum that was supposed to be held in South Africa. It was being hosted by South Africa, and they pulled out along with some other countries, Togo, Rwanda, and the likes. They pulled out. So that was a good move. That was trying to show them that we are angry at your government and your country. And we have a political parties also speaking up. So I think that's a good sign. Adams Oshomole went on record saying that, suggesting that the Nigerian government should buy out some shares from
MTN to actually make MTN a Nigerian company, telecommunication company. But for now, that has not been done yet. Where he advised Nigerians to
Pledge solidarity by
yeah,
cutting out their MTN SIM. So if you're using MTN SIM, you are not supporting it. You're not patriotic.
You're not being patriotic.
This is just people saying something. I think I actually heard that Buhari said he was going to send a convoy or envoy or convoy or envoy, I don't know which one, to South Africa. But is this really going to solve?
They are baby steps.
You know, it's not going to happen overnight, but this is actually a good step towards the right direction. I feel like if we continue in this path, South Africa will actually have something. I heard that the South African ambassador was sacked in Nigeria here. So I think that is going to send a big message to South Africa to let them know that you guys need to do something because we're coming for you.
Okay.
But then again, the social media have not really been honest with us. I know that Linda Ikeji is under fire for putting up videos that were false.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. So most of these news, we don't actually know which one is real and which one is not.
These guys should stop misleading us.
I got to find out that actually no Nigerian was actually killed in the crossfire.
In this recent,
in this recent one.
I was so angry the other time because I felt like, come on, why are they killing people?
There's a difference between social media and media.
Yeah. Well, I fed myself on the social media. I think that's
that's where you get all the wrong. I'm not saying social media is always lies, but for it needs to
blew
come
it out of proportion.
On like a proper like channels news, NTA. I think those guys would do their research before they actually come on. And if you notice, they've not played any of this video on any national news channel. They've not actually
Instagram has just
this
been
is happening.
Me, right?
You've been on Instagram, some blog about whatever, and then you just believe.
I felt so bad because I saw bodies being burned and
alongside I saw a clip of people actually shooting back, and I'm just wondering in my head, is this actually a Nigerian shooting back with what?
I thought he was defending himself, and I was so
on a daily, you just go to your business with a gun and just wait for somebody to attack you.
There was this video that, like, you know, these guys played on us. They showed us a video whereby caption is everything. They showed us a video whereby a car reversed in, and then they opened the boot and like, yay, Nigerians are finally fighting back, defending themselves. And then people were taking out knives, or people were taking out guns. I was like, go guys, go get the baby.
But it was all for again. I got to even find out that the fight has started as a result of a Tanzanian customer and a South African driver having beef.
We wouldn't know how true that is.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
At the stands now, we don't know how true anything is.
Yeah.
Except what is coming from the social media and the official media. So with all those, we have to be careful as to what we like. Perception is everything.
Yeah.
You saying I can stand there and be shooting, you take a video of me shooting people, you don't show the people that are actually shooting me as well.
Yeah.
So and you post that, it fuels so many things. We have to be very careful.
And I think we should also watch the things we say, because some of these things that happen are being fueled by words that have been said. I don't know why South Africa, after so many years, after getting independence, still nurse this xenophobia, okay, being so afraid of foreigners. And I think they are going as far as teaching their young ones this, because like it or not, these kids are saying it, and time will come to tell where this will happen again, because we've had attacks in 1994, 2008, 2015, going on and on and on. Something triggers it. I think we should just preach love to their hearts so that we can have
like
peace.
Racism is not obvious anymore in some part of the world, but it's still happening. It's
COVID.
Exactly. So it's not something that will just die. But I feel like the more we talk about it, bring attention to these and let them know that, because people did lose their life. There's been previous xenophobic attacks, so I don't know if it's going to happen again. I pray it doesn't happen again. But I still think it's a conversation that needs to be heard. Government should talk about this. Leaders of each country should sit down. We're humans, like we're African, we're brothers. We sit down and talk about this and make sure it's not something that happens again. That's just my own take. I feel like as Africans, this is not the time for us to be fighting each other.
It's a time to unite.
Exactly, and I feel like those guys fighting is just a part of South Africa. It's not the majority. It's probably like the illiterate, the people that don't.
Yeah, it's the illiterates that are actually feeling like their rights have been infringed on.
Amongst all of this, I've seen a couple of videos, and I actually saw a video where they were actually shooting, but To be honest, I don't think the media is showing us everything.
Of course.
They're just showing us clips. Some people said it was video from somewhere, gang fighting.
Yeah.
Some people said no, it's the actual video.
Yeah.
I don't
But
really know
in that
what's going
situation,
on,
where
but
with
whatever
all
it
that
is,
chaos, I don't
we
think
need to-
anybody will be settled enough to start recording all of that. I don't think anybody will
But
be settled like that.
the images they are showing us on in the internet, it's everybody in South Africa. It's happening everywhere. Meanwhile, there are people that are comfortable in their own houses, just watching
Man,
like,
they're
wow,
just
this is really
chilling,
happening. Like,
well,
wow.
It's just like when you hear there's a bomb attack in Borno State, and then people will call you, oh, you're in Nigeria, hope the bomb didn't affect you. I'm in Abuja chilling. I don't know what's going on. So it's just like that. It's not the
it's 12
entire.
hours away to get to Borno.
It's not the entire country, but I still feel like wherever you are as a foreigner, you should feel safe
You should
enough
feel safe,
and
yeah.
secure to run your business or to do whatever you want
To
to
live
do,
your
as long as it's
life.
legal and it doesn't infringe anyone's rights. That's just my own take on all this attack.
I feel we should preach more love to these guys. They should learn to coexist. Whatever resources you have, learn to share, and that's when it will be enough for everybody. Alright guys, as much as we want to keep talking about this, that's all the time we have for this topic. Thank you so much guys for watching us today. We'd like to ask you to please like, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. Leave a comment so that we know that you love us as much as we love you. From all of us here at Spunky J Media,
Bye.
we're signing out.